guys, it's Lila in Berlin again. Just continuing on the best things in Berlin video with the worst things in Berlin. Yeah, and I'm wearing the same clothes because I've done about 3 videos today, I think. I'm a bit exhausted, but it's okay. During the video about the best things in Berlin, one of the things that I mentioned was that you can really get around Berlin without German. That is one of the best things, however, it can also be one of the worst things. You really need to learn German if you're going to live here. There are people that I've known who've lived here for years and years without any German. I actually have a colleague who's British. He doesn't speak the best German, but at least he tries. So it's really important to at least try. The Germans really appreciate it when you do. It's like you're making an effort to adapt to their home. So, I mean, even if you're shit, at least give it a shot. So yeah, because it's really important for the German people that you aren't a lazy ass. Yep. There are many classes in Berlin. I actually went to a place to learn German, but I didn't really like the program. It wasn't that great. When the classes started getting higher level classes, it was very hard for me to learn how to speak properly, as everyone was very competitive because they were planning to take their exam for university. So I didn't like that program, but I'm sure there are many programs like the Go With It Institute, which is super expensive but very good quality. And I'm not sure about the Volkshochschule, but they go very slow and they're very cheap. So I mean, you can check reviews online. I don't want to mention where I went because I don't know if I should. It was an okay experience. It was on the cheap side, and I was kind of like I had first come to Berlin, and so that's all I could do, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend them, and I don't want to give them a bad reputation online. Okay, then the second worst thing about Germany is that the customer is not the king here. I mean, you can basically tell a shop that you never shop there again, that like if they screw you over, you're screwed, because even if you call and try to use the whole, like in America where you can be like, hey, I'm not gonna use your customers, I'm not gonna use your service anymore, I'm gonna like give you a bad review. Doesn't really work here because they don't give a shit. Maybe it's because the economy is really good here, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just a cultural thing, but yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about customers. Yeah. Okay. And going on from that, that's my third point. People are very blunt. Someone could tell you something at work, and in German, like even through an email, you could sound like, if you translated it to English, it would sound very bitchy. But then in German, it's completely normal. I have many fights with my boyfriend regarding this because it's just how they speak. They don't sugarcoat things. They don't go like, hey, like, you know, when I used to live in England, people were much different than in America. Like, they would sugarcoat things and kind of like fluff things up and, you know, say things super nice even if they hated you, but not here. It's not the same. So if you come to Germany and you're afraid of sounding unpolite, don't be afraid. As long as you throw in some bitte and like some like polite language. Not that you don't have to be polite here. You do have to be polite. They do appreciate politeness, and it is very important to respect people, but it's just that they're blunt and they say things how they are, which in a way, from after living in the UK and where you're not sure what people are like saying about you or if they're bitching about you behind your back, it's kind of, I really appreciate it sometimes. But sometimes I'm like, I get my feelings hurt because it's just like, is it that they're just blunt or do they hate me? So yeah, it can be confusing sometimes. Okay, then number 4. There's paperwork for absolutely anything you could imagine. I don't want to talk about it. It makes me really sad. No, but it's seriously really frustrating because everything requires paperwork, and I'm not just saying like, fill in your name, address. No, like everything, like stupid amounts of information, and it's really frustrating, and I hate life because of it. But that's the Germans, they love their paperwork, so what can